Wakey wakey, music to keep you awake on the road. Whether in a car, plane, ship, or on foot, you need some lively tunes to go hop along to. Get your headphones on, turn up the volume, and let's roll. These albums are perhaps not the most obvious or ordinary choices. In fact, some of them are pretty under the radar, but they are tried and tested. This is a long drive for someone with nothing to think about. Modest Mouse. The title says it all. This is the album the indie superstars Modest Mouse recorded before the lonesome crowded West rocketed them to fame. Many fans of the band will say that The Long Drive is the real Modest Mouse sound, raw and without any fancy production. Nowadays, the band have become pretty popular, but this album remains a secret gem. Raucous guitars and singer Isaac Brock's rough voice, along with thoughtful, poetic lyrics, make this worth listening to. Put this album on at the beginning of your trip and get charged. Tak, Sigur Rós. Okay, not a traditional choice, but in the right situation, it's the correct one. Don't put this album on while driving through trafficy highways near cities or boring roads with no view. But if you are driving through nature, be it majestic mountains or endless desert, this is the perfect soundtrack to accompany the power and beauty of your setting. You won't understand the words unless you know Icelandic, but this won't matter. Sigur Rós creates surging soundscapes that rise to intense climaxes, but never sound aggressive, always sweet and melodious. Turn up the volume and feel like you're flying down the road, not just driving. Rounds, Quartet. This guy is amazing. He's not all that well known outside of electronic music circles, but don't let that electronic label fool you. Quartet is one of the most talented musicians I've heard. You won't hear his music at the disco, drawing on jazz, folk, R&B, soul, Indonesian, Gamelan, African drumming. It is known for sounding distinctly unelectronic, as though it were being played live by a band instead of being done all by one guy's computer. No words, but lots more thought than your average indie rock guitar, bass, drum blandness. All of his albums are great. I just chose this one because it's really pretty, has cool beats, mandolins, and other stuff. 604, Ladytron. So, it's pitch black, 2 a.m., and you still have another 7 hours to go. Plus, you're in Mississippi, one of the most terrifying places in the galaxy. You're afraid that at any second an alligator or a plantation owner will appear and bite your face off. What to do? You could stop and get coffee, but then you might have to talk to a scary truck driver. This is when you need Ladytron. British electro clash with a Bulgarian accent. Ladytron will serve you up a non-stop dance party from start to finish. The songs are catchy, and just like your surroundings, a little dark. If you drive fast enough, you could be in Alabama by the time the album finishes. White Light, White Heat, Velvet Underground. Everything good that happens in music nowadays is somehow affected by this group and this album. Just 6 tracks, but seriously, this album would still be groundbreaking if it were recorded today. Now remind yourself, it was made in 1967. This is the album that I would like to put near the end of my trip. It's insane. It'll make you happy or confused or scared. It's noisy as all hell, but this is the point. Sister Ray, the last track, is a 17-minute adventure in sound, which you are pretty much guaranteed to either love or hate. For me, there's nothing like driving the last 17 minutes of a long ride to this song. You'll finish your trip on a high note and arrive at your destination exhilarated and ready for whatever awaits you there.